Eygypt.
People, welcome to the mixtape with your girl Amy, the only place to be on a Thursday night. Now here's what's coming up on the show. I catch up with Princess Nyah. It's Princess Nyah. And later, I catch up with my girl Eygypt, so don't go nowhere. Okay, people, on this week's mixtape, yeah, this lady is creating a buzz on the UK music scene. It's Princess Nyah. Welcome to the mixtape.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really, really good. Really happy to be here.
Now, for people who don't know who Princess Nyah is, how would you describe yourself?
Princess Nyah is a young singer-songwriter. Probably currently known for my current tracks, Frontline and Big Boys. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, a little bit of a businesswoman at the same time, so yeah, I'm doing a lot. Yeah,
you're a lady doing her thing about town right now, definitely. How did you kind of start out? You started out as a rapper, so how did you come into the whole singing thing?
Basically, I was with a group called G-Fam, Def One and J-Roll, and yeah, we was, and a guy called Hoodsie, and basically we was working on an album, and because I was a female in the group, they used to get me to sing the hooks, and always kind of encouraged me to sing them, and I was like, no, I don't want to sing, I don't want to sing them, and then they tricked me basically and said, okay, if you sing the hooks, we'll get another vocalist.
That is so wrong. You tricked Princess Nyah. That is just bad.
Yeah, no, they really did. They duped me, and like the album was more or less finished, and we got a booking in Dubai, and I'm like, so who's gonna sing these hooks? And they're like, oh, well, you're gonna have to do it because, you know, and I was just like,
because like no one else turned up, so you're just gonna have to do it.
So I'm just gonna have to sing. So.
And you didn't want to let them down, right?
Didn't want to let them down, but I was quite nervous, but I think it was really good for me because it just kind of pushed me to do something that I didn't think I could do, and then yeah, so.
So how do you feel about it now? Because it's kind of like, you're doing it now, you've got your whole, you know, you dropped your first single, Frontline, and now Big Boys. Yeah. So first time about Frontline, how did that come about? What was the inspiration behind it?
Basically, at the tail end of doing my G-Fam album, I'm really into house, like a lot of house music, I love dance music. So
gee, you can't tell.
Can't tell, you know. It's
just listen to the track, you really can't tell.
Yeah, so I was doing a bit of that and then a lot of partying and stuff, and I just love the music. I heard a track by Baby Katie, Tell Me, with DJ NG, I think he produced it, and fell in love with it. Heard Devil by Deneo and just thought, oh, I really like it, and then just had an idea to do a track, so I called Def One. I was like, oh, can I go studio? I want to make a funky house track, and they were like, okay, we've never made a funky house track. I'm like, yeah, come on, we can do it.
But we'll give it a go.
We'll just give it a go. So yeah, went to studio, told them what I wanted, sang the hook, and we kind of they created the track as I wrote the lyrics, and yeah, that was their first ever funky house track, the first track that I fully vocaled, and it just kind of went.
And that was Frontline.
Yeah. That was Frontline, yeah.
And then now Big Boys? Yeah,
now Big Boys. Actually recorded Big Boys last summer, so I've been kind of sitting on it for a while.
Wow, so you recorded it last summer? I don't know if that's the thing with like funky house tracks, like it takes a while for them to come out.
Yeah, I think it takes a while for them to grow. Like the thing about funky house is that you know, it is for the ravers, it is for the people in the party, so the DJs need to play it in order for the people to kind of latch onto it. And what kind of happens is it just kind of goes, like, kind of just clicks into place, and then yeah, everybody just loves it. I mean, I performed last week in Canterbury, and they sang Big Boys harder than they sang Frontline. I was like, wow, well impressed.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
But you know, Big Boys, like everyone always like when people talk about Big Boys, they say it's something like rude, but that's not the concept behind it, is it?
I think everybody's got their own interpretation of the song. For me, it's about, you know, meeting a guy with big dreams and big ambition. But yeah, a lot of people do think it is about physical attributes on the male. However, you can take it. It's not all about that. But you know, take it as you want it. Whatever floats your boat, you can, you know, interpret it however you want.
So who's your inspirations? Like when you were growing up, what kind of music did you listen to?
I grew up on a diet of 80s pop, soul, revivals. Okay. In my teenage years, big Jay-Z fan, big Biggie fan, Little Kim's like, oh, love Little Kim. So yeah, really into my rap and my hip hop and stuff. But yeah, so those would be my early kind of influences. But now I kind of look to my peers. There's a lot of people in the UK doing fantastic things. So I kind of sponge off what everybody's doing over here as well. So.
Who do you think's doing their thing on the UK scene right now?
At the moment, I think my number one on my iPlayer, on my iTunes is Chippy. I've just bought his album. Love Chipmunk's album. Yeah, I think his album is amazing. I think
I'm in love with Chipmunk.
Really?
Yeah. So sweet. But yeah, he is really doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. His album is 100%. It's wicked. It's for everybody. There's something on there for everyone. And yeah, my mum loves Oopsie Daisy as well. So yeah, I know he's definitely doing something.
It's a different kind of look, but it suits him. Do you know what I mean? He's kind of very versatile in his music, so it's really good. So who else would you say is kind of?
At the moment, I'm loving a lot of them. Like, I've loved what Tinchy's been doing, especially a lot of the funky house, people that have been branded funky house artists. I love what they're doing. Love Nyah's album. Love what Egypt's done. Love Malika. Like all of them. Like you can go out.
There's like quite a few of you on the funky house.
There
is. So is there like any animosity between you guys?
Yeah,
like
I hate them all.
You know, is there like
yeah, I don't like any of them. No, I'm only joking.
You heard it right here on the mixtape. Okay, that's exclusive from Princess Nyah right here.
No, do you know what? It's really, really cool. The scene is thriving at the moment. We all done a concert at Wembley Arena together, and it was really good to look at other female artists and artists in general standing up, putting on a really good show and showcasing really good music.
Females are really doing their thing right now. They're in the industry.
They've always been doing it. Do you know what I mean? They have really always been doing it. It's just now about everybody continuing to make really good tracks and kind of keep it going, not just do one and then kind of not do anything else. Just keep it going, keep churning out the tracks, keep churning out the music. And yeah, what I want to do is I'd love to do like a female anthem and work on a track with a few female artists together. I don't think it's been done yet, like in the UK.
It has.
So I'd definitely like to do something like that.
Yeah, because I think everyone kind of speaks highly about each other. There's a lot of support there. Because when I was speaking to Kyla, she was on the show a couple of weeks back, and she's like, you know, there's enough love. There's no, you know, we're not hating on each other.
It's true.
Like, yeah, there's competition, but competition's good
it's
though,
healthy.
right?
Yeah, it's healthy. It keeps you on your toes, you know.
Exactly.
Everyone wants to write another hit record. Like that's good. That's good encouragement. But you know, so no, it's really.
When you come out, like when you came out with like Frontline and Big Boys, did you think that they were going to be so big?
I think as an artist, when you record tracks and you write music, you always believe. Well, with me, I always believe in every track that I've ever done. So although I don't know, maybe a track wasn't particularly embraced by the public. For me, every track that I've performed, I think that it's worthwhile and it is going to be big. So when it's not big, it's just like, okay, on to the next one. So in terms of Frontline kind of turning around so quickly, I think for me it was a little bit of a shock. Not that I didn't think the track was big, but just because it was like, wow, like, this is really, really cool, that kind of thing, because it is kind of different to go to...
Do you reckon you came out like at the right time with your music because of the whole funky house thing going on right now? Because UK funky's big.
Yeah, no, I definitely think
Or do you reckon it's just a London thing?
No, it's not a London thing. I toured in the Greek islands over summer. Most of my bookings are out of London. As I said, I was at Canterbury a few weeks ago, Manchester, Liverpool. We're travelling up and down the country. But I think in terms of the time when Frontline came out, I think it was good for me personally in my career, because it just gave me the confidence to, you know, start working on my vocals, learning to write more songs and stuff. So I think it was really good. I mean, a lot of people they think it's really easy. Like, yeah, just write a funky house track, man. I get big. Like, I get a lot of people.
What's your inspiration like behind writing a track? Like, is it difficult?
No, I've got an
like,
album.
could we just be sitting here and you could write a track about it? Is that how it goes?
Yeah,
like,
no.
sit on the mixtape with Amy, she's interviewing me, you know how, that's what we're talking about.
I think that for every artist it's different. Some people don't write their own tracks, they just sing songs. For me, my album's called Diary of a Princess, and it literally is a diary of a princess. Every track has some kind of sentimental connection with me, something I've either been through, lived through, seen, or just kind of grown up in. I think it's very important. It's important for me anyway to relay my real life within my music, because I think that you connect with the audience a little bit more.
So let's go to that then. So why Princess?
Well, the reason why I'm called Princess is because before I was born, my mum watched a film called Treasure Island, I think it was, and there was a mermaid in it, and her name was Princess Nyah. So she always said that when she had her first daughter, she was going to call her Nyah. So yeah, so when I was born, I was called Nyah, but my grandparents always called me Princess, like, oh, Princess, Princess, like for my early years. So yeah, that's the reason. But even if that wasn't the reason, I'd probably still call myself Princess anyway.
Yeah, because I'm a princess, you know.
I'm a princess.
Straight princess, yeah. Royalty. So you're working on your album right now? You got a name for your album?
No, my official album that's going to be released next year is Unentitled. I'm working on it at the moment. Just done a couple of weeks with Nyah, been working with Ill Blue, looking for some other producers and that to work on. Yeah, just in the middle of pushing my album that's out at the moment, Diary of a Princess. And yeah, doing a lot of club dates and just a lot of promotion.
Amy presents.